A strange new toy has taken the world by storm. Artificials are robot animals that come in all shapes and sizes. But these popular robo-pets have a strange secret. Some humans are able to combine with artificials to gain spectacular power. The organization, Hominids Opposing Artificials, desires to put an end to all robo-pets. Kitsuki Rowan, Rumi Peppercorn, Midoriya Kai, and Han No must band together to protect the artificials against this menace.
So yes, this episode starts with the four of you already at Lowe High. Fans of our Monster Hearts campaign will recognize this map.
The fans, by which you mean us.
Yes.
Which I mean,
Alice, because she wasn't here yet.
Before you all got to school, however, and the audio that's playing over the establishing shots of the school is a news report about the incident at the mall last night. The official story that's running is that a wild bear broke into the mall and destroyed part of the fountain.
Why would they just not say it's vandals?
It was the vandals. It was a bear that was vandal.
Vandal bear.
It also presumably left the scorch marks that are very clearly there from the explosion.
So it's a gas leak that caught fire. The fountain got destroyed.
Yeah. The bear had matches with him.
Oh, it's made a spark when a piece of metal hit another piece of metal. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Science.
So as you all get to school and you go to your lockers, Rumi, you are approached by your cousin, Ross. I'm sorry.
Hey, Rumi, let's go bowling.
I said it wasn't spelled this Ross, but I couldn't think of anything else to make a pog out of.
It says Ross.
If you send me another pog, I'll use it instead, and I will no longer have to look at Ross fucking color. But he runs up to you, says, Rumi! Oh, thank God, I heard you were... I knew you worked at that mall, and I heard about the bear, and I wanted to make sure you were alright, but I couldn't find my phone, and then when I found my phone, it was, set back to factory defaults. Also, can you put your number back in my phone?
Hold on. I take his phone, and I bump it with my phone, and I just give him all my contacts, even the ones he won't understand or know why they're there. I don't care.
He's gonna start texting your girlfriend.
That's fine.
He's gonna text your mom when he tries to text his own mom.
Yep, that'll happen probably. Ras, you gotta... at least you didn't break it this time.
Yeah, I guess. He's holding the phone. He says, "Yeah, I guess." It slips out of his hand.
I catch it.
He catches it. He doesn't drop it all the way.
So it's like the fumble catch. He's like, ugh.
Yeah, just he almost just smacks it into the wall. He's trying to catch it.
You gotta chill out, okay? Put it in a case. Here, I take it from him and I put it in a bag, and I put it in another bag, and I give it to him.
Put it in one of those pull tubes. What are they called? You can drop it all at once.
Well, then you want me to use it.
Good.
Anyway, yeah, it was fine. I didn't see them. Sure, it was.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Really glad you didn't go anywhere near that bear.
Yeah, nowhere near the bear. It's completely out of danger. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, he's a little suspicious how specific you're being, but he's not going to question it.
I'm gonna bully this boy later. When he walks away, I'm gonna beat him up. Okay.
I was about to say, Well, I just wanted to check in on you, so I guess I'll be going. And then he turns the corner.
Alright, see you later, dude. Your mom wants you. Oh, God.
He
You just
turns
hear
the
sounds
corner.
of punching.
Turn the corner, and Ross yells, "Oh, why?"
Nice phone you got there, loser. Snatch.
I was having a good day.
I'm gonna beat him up and hang him from the hangers inside the locker, and then take a picture of him with the phone, and then tweet it from his own Twitter account. And then,
Send it to all the contacts that just got
yeah,
added.
send it to all the contacts.
Oh god, and that wouldn't send it to Rumi because it's her phone. So
Yep.
Yeah, I realized I wouldn't have my own number in it. So I don't know.
this is great. I love this.
This kicks ass.
Jen, are you trying to go for a
so his
token?
own phone also would ring because it was sent to himself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because he got my
Just
contact
send a
and he's just
picture of
there.
himself getting owned.
What move could I use for this?
I was gonna say, sounds like you're frightening someone
Oh,
with
yeah.
an impressive feat.
Yes, this is an impressive feat.
I don't
yes.
know if everyone would call this impressive, but I'm gonna call it impressive.
I mean, it's just Rast.
Impressive how much of a dick you're being.
Yes, there you go. So now he's hanging
I just
inside.
put that under the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
Now he's beat up, hanging inside of the locker with the door open, and his pictures all over social media and Instagram, and sent to all of his contacts. And I don't know. I guess I break the phone again.
Don't break the phone.
Okay, don't break
You
the phone.
would know not to do actual damage, then then they could be consequences.
Oh yeah, it's true.
That's the heat of bullying. You can't go too far. 'cause
That's true. I just tucked the phone in his.
He changes password.
Yeah, no. I tuck the phone in his front pocket and give it a pat and walk away.
You're not gonna let me down?
Nope.
No. He's just, every once in a while, you just hear, "Hey, are you gonna help?" Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just talk to the next person. Does anyone else want to interact with Ross? Does anyone want to save him? Midori and Kitsugi, do either of you want to do something?
Bold of you to assume that Kitsugi is awake.
Just sleeping.
Kitsugi, not. Yeah, I said you were all cool, but if anyone wants to contradict that, you're more than welcome to.
I am very asleep and also have myself propped up perfectly against the wall with my hat on inside like a heathen, so that if you look at me, I look like I'm just sort of like deep in thought.
Midori, I guess, will help him. Just
walk by. To see them.
No one had. You just like walk by, like yank the rope off of or whatever he's hanging from. Just yank
Yeah.
him down and
It's
keep
like,
walking.
he put a coat hanger through his shirt and
Yeah.
hung up the coat hanger.
Mhm.
There we go.
yeah, Midori just nonchalantly removes it. She unhooks the coat hanger. It's still back there.
Oh, thanks. Midori, right?
Midori is already gone.
Oh, okay.
He was there. He was there for at least 15 minutes, though.
Oh, absolutely. Midori was just like fucking around on her phone or something.
All right. So now you all are in class. Kitsugi is propped up against. She sits in the back row, is propped up against the wall, and is asleep. Oh fuck! I was trying to think of a good like tall question, but all I could think of is fucking law stuff, which they probably wouldn't be teaching in high school.
Welcome to the law high school, nerds.
Kitsugi, while you are asleep pretending to be awake, the teacher yells, "Kitsugi!" Do you respond at all?
Nope.
Are you trying to activate your turn, fail to react and suffer the consequences?
Yes, actually I am.
Okay. The teacher says, "Kitsugi, again, can you tell me the difference between DNA and RNA?" I'm gonna say part of the consequence is that you shift slightly in your sleep and then fall down.
My head, like I'm actually like my perfect positioning is altered just enough that my head comes crashing down off my arm,
Oof.
and I'm just like I hit the desk and I'm like startle myself awake, and then immediately
Teacher.
like burst out like, "Wasn't me."
But I saw you on the desk. It wasn't me. Once you like awake with a start, the teacher walks down from her desk, approaches you, and very like quietly says, "Now, Kitsugi, I know not everyone can sleep as easily or can sleep very easily, and we have trouble staying awake sometimes. But you can't keep doing this. I'm gonna have to ask you to stay in this classroom during lunch, okay?"
Wait, you mean
have
you're
lunch
starring me?
You can get lunch, but you have to eat it here.
Can I like call the like ACLU or something?
Infringement of my rights.
It's just lunch detention. How do you not know what lunch detention is?
I don't know what anything is.
You just pick up a mechanical pencil, like, see, what's this? I don't know.
How do they get the pencil parts in there? I don't know. Every time I run out of one, I just get another.
Generally, it's just 2 pieces.
Do you have any idea how many of these I've been through?
Oh no, the eraser comes off. That's how you do it.
The teacher does just kind of chuckle at this point. Just can't deal with your nonsense. No, I don't think
Have a
the
character
ACLU is
solve.
going to care. The rules say you broke the rules. I have to give you a lunch detention. Keep your lunch in here for today. You'll be fine.
Fuck the rules.
Try to get your sleep at home. You say that out loud.
Sure.
Teacher just puts her head in her hands.
Like,
You
I don't
hear
know,
mumbling like, "I'm
very
trying to be a nice
sol-
teacher.
Like big
I'm
solidarity
trying to
right
be a
now.
nice teacher."
For a moment, we share a
Yeah,
brief
last
bond
time
of solidarity of fuck the grown-ups. It's very brief. Han goes back to throwing gum at one of the shy kids and trying to get it in their hair.
Jesus Christ. Han, you also have lunch detention.
Hell yeah.
Joke's on you, already had detention.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to-
exactly what Han says. I mean, yeah, sure. I already had it, so whatever.
I'm gonna try and turn around and give him a high five. I don't know if it's gonna get like reciprocated, but I feel like if there's any moment of solidarity between us possible, it's this one.
I think he still is not super bonded with you. He'll notice your hand is up and he'll raise his hand as well, but then he'll fake you out because he's a bitch.
The victim of the too slow.
Yay.
You got
I was
too
about to
slow.
say, is the fake out like 100% deliberate, or did he get caught up in it before realizing, oh wait, I'm supposed to hate?
It's very he was like almost gonna do it for real, but then he was like, wait, no, I'm a bad boy. And so yeah.
But if you're paying attention, you see that half a second of a really genuine smile. After that, the teacher moves on to a group project. You have to do fucking something science related, I guess. I don't know. I've not been to high school in a long time. I don't remember what they do.
Probably the one where you gotta extract the DNA from strawberries.
Sure.
What?
It's not that I
Is
don't
anything
believe you.
like-
I don't remember doing that.
It's anything like my high school. It's just an arts and crafts project. That's basically just one of those like label this scientific thing, but like more efforts.
I'm busy doodling. And Han's good at art. That's his thing. He's a good artist.
Fucking construct a cell diagram.
No, it's not it's like an anime boy.
But for this project, you're being split up into groups of 3.
Fuck.
Dibs on Rumi.
Well,
Oh wow, hot girl.
Midori, it's a group of 3. You have 2 NPCs. I'm sorry, you're being railroaded.
So anyway, dibs on Rumi.
You go towards Rumi, and Shinju grabs your wrist. He says, "Dory, it's been so long. How
It
are
has. But hey, you know what? It could be longer. See ya.
Too late, I'm already in a group. You've lost your chance.
you?"
I'm with the washouts because I had to mother birth them.
Ah
Ammo.
shit. Han is considered one of the washouts, so you're with Han?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Ruby, sorry, you can't get. We already have a 3-person group. I'm sorry. Next time.
You start walking. You keep walking towards Rumi, see the group, and just like your face falls, but you keep walking, hoping Shinju will leave you alone. But while you are just darting your eyes all over the room, trying to find someone else, you're approached by Ray. He says, "It's okay, Midori. I'm in the group too. It's not all bad."
Yeah, right. I'm the third that wouldn't suck.
Wow.
Ah, there's gotta be someone in this room I can work with.
Everyone's grouped up. It's Ray and Shinju.
Yeah, we're decisive enough.
Well,
I was
you
pretty
were, and
decisive.
then Shinju stopped you. Shinju approaches you again. Oh, that's nice. You two are friends, right? I'm sure we'll all get along.
I do believe we won't, but hey, I'm sure Ray'll do a whole lot of work, and you're good at spot checking, right? You'll do good at that, and I will do a solo project and take a lunch detention. And she looks to the teacher, flutters her eyes.
Time for some social loafing.
I'm uncooperative.
You're being belligerent.
You're going to make your teacher cry. You're awful.
Look, I had to teach 10th grade English. This is like vindication. Now I get to be the wild one. Who calls
I mean,
trouble.
yeah, every classroom can get this bad, but usually not like all the time. Like I know it's going to be with you all. Midori, please work with them.
Fine.
Thank you. And she just sits down at her desk. Alright. I'm trying to glance through to see if you've earned a token. I don't know if you're being
Childish.
super... Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm not sure how childish you have to be. But yeah, and there's consequences. You're now talking to people who you hate.
Mm-hmm. And the teacher expected better of me. I don't think Midori's a teacher's pet, but also she knows how much to do to impress the teacher without doing too much.
Score. Han got the gum in the hair. It's good. Did it.
I
3
swear to
points.
God.
It's actually Ray's hair.
No, Han doesn't pick on Ray because Ray. I don't know. Like, what is Ray like? Would Ray be in Han's like cohort of like bullies and losers?
She's Shinju's hench person, basically, but also I don't think Shinju likes Han that much. She's
It's
not
a
all about that
territory
vibe.
thing. You respect each other.
Yeah, it's territory. Okay, so yeah, Han wouldn't fuck with Shinju's people because like they're in a cold war right now. So
Shinju's mom knows your dad.
oh, that's great.
And your dad likes Shinju's mom more than he likes you.
I mean, yes, I mean that's a given. My dad likes everything better than he likes me.
Yeah, not not to immediately get to the depressing stuff, but yeah. So Midori, while the three of you were working, Shinju says, "So did you two hear about what happened at the mall last night? I'm not going to name this mall. I'm very sorry."
No, we called it. What do we call it? The Fair Oaks Mall, I think it was, or something like that.
Ray says, "Yeah, something about a bear, right? Like a bear broke into the mall and started stealing from the stores or something." I didn't catch most of the news story. After that, Shinju turns to you and says, "Don't you work at that mall, Midori?"
No, I don't. I do hang out there, though.
Midori is the human embodiment of a monkey. Yeah, I somehow forgot you don't actually work there.
I am in awe.
It's like your only character trait.
No, she does, but she doesn't.
She's employed there. She doesn't work there. Well, you ought to be more careful hanging around a place like that. You never know what could happen. Granted, I wasn't expecting a bear, but still, you don't know what could happen.
I mean, nobody expected the bear, but it was a pretty big bear.
And this Ray's like, "Wait, you saw it?"
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Big bear. Pointed at me and did that, like, neck slicing motion.
I'm gonna say they actually believe you. Ray believes you.
Michael.
Ray believes you. Your eyes are really wide open. Oh my god, you weren't scared?
I mean, I was on the second floor, which absolutely exists.
Shinju elbows Ray in the stomach. She's lying.
Me? Lie? Never.
You ought to know better than this. She doesn't take anything serious. Look, right now, she could be helping you with the work, but what's she doing?
I got distracted
there.
by bear news.
playing Tetris on her phone.
I mean, you shouldn't have started talking about bears. Just distracts me. I'm just in the bear zone now, shouldn't you?
Han also likes bears. Just putting that out there.
Nobody asked you, Han.
What's the next Han talking? Fuck you.
Say the one fucking time Han reaches out for some common ground and you immediately shut him down.
Just destroyed. I like bears. No one asked you.
Well, Shinju continues. My mother's been looking into acquiring an interest in that mall, and hopefully she'll be able to run it better than whatever they're doing right now. Just letting bears wander in from off the street. Where bears are, right?
They're probably poor bears.
It's a beggar's bear.
Garbage out of a dumpster.
I forget, we didn't have a honey store in the mall, did we?
Not
I
yet.
think we did.
I think we
check the
did.
moment.
I'm sorry, I need to check.
It was the store that was absolutely not affected in the slightest. It is pristine.
Yeah. Oh god, it's killing me. I absolutely know. It'd be like that.
Yep.
There was a honey store and it wasn't touched. Fuck,
There's
I
a
need to
honey pot
introduce
right
the character.
there, and they didn't go for it.
That's on like Facebook and Twitter. The conspiracy theory that there wasn't a bear attack, and part of their evidence is that there was a honey store that was not touched.
We've played enough of the bear game to know that if there was honey, it would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Have been bears.
I can't believe JC didn't is alive in this universe and definitely on the case.
The conspiracy folks are all insane though, so like it does. There's no actual threat of you being found out.
You know, maybe bears just aren't that into honey. It's just a bear stereotype, a bariotype, if you will.
I can't believe I forgot about the fucking honey store. Been thrown completely off base.
No, that makes it better.
Yeah. Oh, it makes it funnier. I mean, I was distracted. I forgot what I was trying to do with this scene.
Those stories, those like excuses for like the monster attacks, they're never like realistic, like reasonable. They are stupid.
Yeah, the more absurd they are, the funnier. Fuck, I guess that scene just ends with Shinju realizing there was a honey store in this mall. Did not get attacked. Alright.
Give me a moment, I need to go to my mind palace.
So I have made a spreadsheet with all the tasks for this group project.
Oh god.
I have taken most of the work out of myself, and I've given both of you easy jobs that I think you would begrudgingly accept. Like, you can draw. Alice, what would you do?
I'm already bored.
Has to be something. No, what like bullshit task that you would like, be like, ah, fine, okay.
Just give me some markers. Markers are dope. I'll do whatever involves markers.
Okay, hey, you can do the big bubble lettering on the 3-panel. Like,
Hell yeah, I'm gonna bubble the shit out of those letters.
What is this thing on again? Han really wasn't paying attention and he's asking, like, what are we doing again?
I don't know, something about yeast.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember what the group project was. I just
don't
needed a
think
group
it's
project.
that big, it's something else.
I think it's been different every time someone's asked.
We have to why bread rises.
Oh.
It's the wonders of yeast. Just draw this thing here.
He'll draw like a loaf of bread and like give it anime eyes.
Like the cat loaf.
Yes.
Perfect.
Midori just sends to the group text. Just fucking look it up on Wikipedia, that's what I did, lol.
Oh yeah, he looks at the WikiHow and copies that art.
Do you see that they found out who's drawing all that stuff? It's almost like outsourced the thing.
I know, it's sad.
It's sad, but it's funny.
No.
I hate it. Capitalism. Anyway, I do all this stuff, and she's already done like half the work.
Yeah,
Ruby knows to take her back.
going to say, sounds like you are overcommitting yourself to another cause.
Yes.
You get a token.
I get a little quieter. You know, that fight last night, that was, I mean, we won, so that was there, but it wasn't, I'm gonna say, smooth? without bumps in the road, maybe.
It would have been fine. Just let it trail off. We'll get better at working together. We just have to, and that's what's gonna happen.
Han isn't even paying attention.
It sounds like they're talking about you like you're not there.
Normally that would upset him, but he doesn't want to even be part of this. Like, he looks irritated, and for a minute he's like about to snap at them, but it's like, nah.
Not even worth it.
Yeah. Wait, actually, is this like a save the world kind of thing? Hannes, like, fiddling with his vape?
Well,
I mean,
it's definitely a or don't get paid kind of thing. I know that.
I hate it.
You
No,
money,
see,
don't you?
here's the thing. It's not. I wouldn't say it's save the world. It's more like, isn't the best thing in life to just be left alone? Stop getting like messed around with. I think it's pretty great, don't you?
To be honest, the way I see it, aren't we just like really defending the interest of this big company?
Yeah, I hate
I
it.
have mixed feelings about this.
Yeah, not.
But also, I need a part-time job for my college application. So,
I mean, if we don't deal with it there, we'll have to deal with it eventually. Just because, like, what are they gonna do? Bust up the store and then just leave? No, they're weird monsters. They just keep going. That's what they do.
This job has finally got my dad off my back, so I also gotta play along, but don't think I'm like all about the save the world thing. Like, he puts his vape in his mouth and like sucks on it, but doesn't like it up. Like,
you're gonna say it's not like we're friends or anything?
Yeah, the world doesn't give a fuck about us, and it's not like we're friends or anything.
I'm not here to make friends.
You see Utachi under the desk that's just carrying a note in his map that says, "If we don't fight, I'll fucking die." Little heart. It's clearly written by Midori, who's trying to do anything but the group project.
I don't think that. Do you believe that? I say to the robot pet.
Utachi shrugs.
I'm still like on the fence about whether he's taking or not. It's really uncomfortable to think about.
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to talk about their RoboPets doing stuff, feel free, because I'm gonna forget all the time.
I just look out the
Are
window.
we allowed to have those?
I think
at
mine just
school?
sitting in a tree, just staring through the window at me.
They're very good at hiding from authority figures. That's actually in the like advertisement blurb. If parents won't let you keep one, doesn't matter. They're very good at hiding.
Normal Vietnamese potbelly pigs can get like real huge. I want to say this one's like still a pretty manageable size. It's like I could like fit in my backpack and shit.
It's like a toy, so it's probably smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tastes good.
Yeah, it's in my backpack, oinking away.
Because yeah, you said you had the vape rig from it, so it had to be close by.
Hey everyone, it's mid-roll time. So, first off, apologies for this episode being late. Alice was sick for the week we would have done episode 3, so episode 2 is delayed because I need audio for the preview. I also need to know what we're doing for the preview. Otherwise, it's just a preview of me going, I don't know, we're probably going to fight someone. The likelihood of that happening is pretty high. And then it'll probably not be up this Sunday because I got kind of lazy and also distracted by video games. I gotta complete Pokemon Sword so that I can play the Fire Emblem DLC because apparently I'm just going to be playing all the games I played in 2019. That's just my year in 2020. But more importantly, the Henshin Kickstarter is done. Well, I mean, the Kickstarter finished a while ago, but the PDF is now up if you backed it on Kickstarter for that level, and they're handling the book orders. So Henshin Deluxe is relatively out. You can read it online if that's the reward you got. Personally, I'm waiting for my physical copy to read over the book more in depth. I just wanted to look over the PDF for, any rule changes that might have happened. Doesn't really look like there are any, which is good. We don't have to relearn anything. But more importantly, I also looked over the new color playbooks, and they look really fun to play as, and the art's real good for them. So I guess just follow Cave of Monsters to see when that's going to be available for non-Kickstarter backers, because, I think it's a pretty good book slash PDF. It's pretty good. You might want to support it. You might want to look it over. You might want to play it, Actually play a tabletop game. Wild idea, I know. How do we do it? Who knows? Forbidden black magic. That's actually how we manage to get a group together and keep it sort of running week after week. Next off, as usual, if you want to hear the live versions of our roleplay sessions, we're on twitch.tv/Batalisk every Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I know I usually say 8:30, but really it is more close to 9 if anything. Of course, if you're listening to this, you probably already know where to find the edited version of these videos. It's the channel It's Fefner if you somehow don't know. We're not putting up the unedited VODs for this series, so you can't go to lp.zone to find VODs for Henshin, but hey, if you want to hear our miscellaneous games, you can go to the stream section and look for the We Stream Games topic. I believe that one's by Jenner. We have various games under the Let's Play section, but if you're looking for Henshin's thread, that's come out now that episode 1 is up. That is Domestic Sentai PetRanger, or Power Rangers Robo-Pets. Let's Play Henshin, a Sentai RPG. That thread, of course, is by Loka Mossy. So, if you want to discuss this series or just keep track of episodes, head on down to lp.zone and find that topic that I just mentioned. And with that done, you know what time it is. It's music credits time. For such a short episode, this is a surprisingly long list. So, again, we have I Won't Fall Apart by Jagger from Initial D. From the Jet Set Radio soundtrack, we have Moody's Shuffle and That's Enough by Hideki Naganuma, OK House by Idle Taxi, Electric Toothbrush by Toronto, Yappy Feet and Miller Ball Breakers by Diavid Soul, and Everybody Jump Around by Richard Jacques. From the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack, we have That's Enough BB Rights Mix, Jet Set Groove No. 4, and Fly Like a Butterfly by Hideki Naganuma, What About the Future and Bachfresh by Richard Jacques, and Kodo Stomp by the Latch Brothers. And in the Sonic Rush soundtrack, we've got What You Need and Raising Me Up, both by Hideki Naganuma. Alright, that's music credits, so let's get back to the episode.
Break up the school stuff for a bit and cut to Tim Shack, I think we agreed his name was.
Thomas Shack.
Thomas Shack, owner of the Radio Shack, who is calling, asking, trying to find any information about what happened to those 2 mascot costumes. You just hear bits and pieces of the conversation. Or not, no one hears this, the audience hears. Look, I don't know how they got blown into the parking lot slightly scorched, but those are mine. I bought them. I need to get them back. I'm retconning this. Instead of them exploding and blowing up and being destroyed, there was an explosion and then they were launched clear of it, but you couldn't see it.
Team Rocket blasting off again!
Yes, they were just blown into the parking lot outside.
Well, I'm sure we'll come up again. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're just getting closer.
And then he says, and I'm telling you, I didn't send anyone else to pick them up. If you had them, they should still be there because I haven't gotten them back yet. And as he says this, the camera cuts to a person wearing a really shitty-looking hoodie with the hood up so you can't see their face. And on the back of the neck, it says Gucci on it. It's an awful hoodie. But it has Gucci on it, so people act like it's good.
Dang it.
And he is collecting these 2 mascot costumes. Alright, and then we get back to the school. Classes are over, everyone's getting ready to go home. Han, you are at your locker, I guess, unless you want to be somewhere else.
Yeah, he's collecting his things so we can go out and smoke before heading home.
You're approached.
Oh no. Oh, you're approaching me.
by 2 students.
Oh no, Russ!
Ross points to you and goes, "That's him. That's the bully that beat me up, Alex. You'll do something about this, right?"
Shit.
Alex then walks
He's
up
big.
to you.
He's so huge. my
I
crush
should
is
keep-
huge.
He is bigger than you still, but he's gonna fit in the hallway at least.
Mhm.
Alex approaches you and says, "Han, did you beat up Ross?"
What if I did?
You know you're in enough trouble as it is. You don't need to have fighting added on to everything else you've been doing.
What do you know about what I do?
Well, I guess you're right. I mostly know what you don't do. I know you don't study. I know you don't do homework. And I know you don't listen to the teachers.
You know I don't give a fuck about you being in my face right now.
Well, you could leave any time.
And maybe I will, but
Well.
he doesn't.
Well,
He eyes him up and down, shuffles his feet.
he looks over to Ross and says, "Ross, I'll handle this. Can you please go away? Or go back to whatever you were doing earlier." And Ross says, "All right." And then he leaves, and once he's off camera, you hear the sound of him tripping and falling on the ground.
Poor Ras.
One of the nice things about making the Pog Ross Gellers that's easier for me to be mean to him.
Mhm.
Alex then looks down the hallway, back down the hallway, gets a little bit closer to you, and says, "Look, Han,
Han
I
actually
don't know
tenses
what's
up.
going on." Yes, you freak out. "I don't know what's going on, but I'm willing to assume the best. I don't think you want to be absolutely hated by all the teachers. I don't think you want to put up with everyone else's bullshit. But you have to try something. Whatever you're doing now is not working. And even if you have a legitimate reason to be upset, I don't think it's Ross's fault."
Hana.
I'm gonna put in a little oh god, why can't I think of the word disclaimer? I don't know how to deal with upset teens. So I'm not saying that Alex is giving good advice. I'm just trying to think of something for him to say.
He's on the debate team. He's trying his best.
he's doing his best, but he's been raised in an explicitly confrontational environment.
He went over time though, so I'm gonna have to deduct some points.
He's very good at speaking, but only when he thinks it's a contest that he can win.
Hana raises up his hand and pushes his own hair, not Alex's hair. That would be a little bit too much out of his eyes, and says, "I hate to break it to you, but there is no best part of me." And then he'll shoulder his coat and walk out.
He puts on his earbud, flares crawling in my skin. Okay.
And as he gets, I want to have a quick, as he gets outside, gets to the he's like, "Stupid, stupid, stupid, why is it gonna be so hot?" He gets in the bus.
He was this close to my face.
I could have kissed him right then.
So 2 questions. 1, does Han actually listen to Linkin Park?
Sure. Not
2,
really.
does Han listen to The Offspring?
Yes, Han listens to Offspring. He likes
I
Latin
know you
music.
actually like Offspring, so
He
I
likes
thought maybe.
Offspring. Yeah. He listens to Offspring and Radiohead and Smash Mouth and Goo Goo Dolls. Lots of Goo Goo Dolls.
I don't guess anyone else wants to interact with Alex.
We're gonna
Who's Alex?
Over to the store where we go.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So school's over. You're all walking out. One of you can decide among you who it is, glances through the parking lot and sees a hooded figure standing behind the two
Yeah.
mascot costumes.
Hey, are you Axel Kingdom Hearts?
Instead of responding, he claps both of the mascots on their shoulders. They spring back to life,
Oh shit.
and he announces,
The gates of hell are open for business.
Storefront change.
the mascot costumes grow to gigantic proportions, and he runs away.
Well, that seems troublesome.
The VIS starts launching discs mostly at the parking lot, so it's just cars being damaged. No structural damage as of yet. Kitsugi, your phone is going off.
Okay, I guess I answer it.
On the other end is Ark. And he yells, Kitsugi, I've been talking to Thomas Shack, I think you said his name was. Apparently those mascots
Who is
weren't
Thomas
destroyed.
Chad?
I said Shack.
Boss. You gotta one step at a time. First off, who is Thomas Chad?
Thomas Shack. He owns the Radio Shack those mascot costumes came from.
His last name's Shaq?
Yeah.
His name's
Yeah,
like
because he's
related
in charge
to,
of Radio Shack.
But it's a
Shaquille
franchise.
Shack or like
Oh, hey.
This conversation happening while the giant monsters are in the background.
Is that Ark? Put him on speakerphone.
oh hell yeah! I put him on speakerphone.
Hey, Ark,
his
I'm
last
gonna
name's
be late.
Shaq, but it's a franchise.
It cuts to Ark and he's holding his face.
Ark, there's like
Like it.
2 really big mascots. I don't think I can make it in today.
I have a
Oh
question.
god, so they're already there? I was gonna ask about that.
Oh yeah, they big. I don't know how snappable they are.
I have a question. Is Alex still in the school?
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
He is, he had to go back to his own locker.
God damn it. And they're like blowing everything up around the place. Shit. Okay. While everybody else
In fact, the camera cuts to Alex at his locker, and then he hears explosions and just, he catches himself guard, he falls to the ground.
Oh no. While they're fucking around on the speakerphone, Han's gonna pour the pig out of his backpack and like be like, okay, let's do this. Come on, let's go, get on me. And it's just like standing there like oink. How does this work? Fuck.
I don't know what Han is yelling about, but I need you all to remain calm just for now. So, we've not had to use this yet, so I haven't told you yet. Those suits aren't the only thing those animals can do.
Go on.
You can also... Listen, I've had a very exhausting day. You can also make them grow to gigantic proportions.
How?
There should be a button. There should be a button on the bottom. You have to push it with a toothpick. Hold it down for 5 seconds.
Oh
What?
yeah, that's the thing I accidentally pressed, and then it dominoed all the trees at that park, and then you told me to never press it again?
Han's already
That's
tried
right,
to
you
do
already-
that.
you did already know
doesn't
about
have
this.
He doesn't have a toothpick, but he does have like his vape rig, and it's got like
It's got a pinprick.
yeah, it's got a
thing.
thin thing, so he can like yeah.
Yeah, there should be something on each of the animals that can do this if you don't have any toothpicks. All right. So I'm not going to make you transform into like your suits because you're not fighting on the ground. Like on the quote unquote show, you are in the suits just so you can reuse that footage later.
Mhm.
But you're not actually suiting up like to fight. But you all are going to spend a token to summon your mech.
Yeah.
Alright. I summon my bird to me and I take out a hairpin from my hair and jab it in there.
I actually like this. You're using a hairpin. Han is using a bit of his vape rig. Midori, since you knew about this, do you already have a toothpick?
I think she's got a paperclip on her.
Nice.
It was legitimately an accident when she used it, so she's not really actively tried to do it again.
Kitsugi, do you have any idea of what you can use?
I think Kitsuki keeps like hordes of paper clips. Because they're fun to play with, and she can like make weird art out of them. So she just has a bunch, and she's got a bunch of those.
Nice. All right. You're just holding down the buttons, running around, trying not to get attacked.
Basically.
Eventually, they all activate. Their eyes start glowing.
Let's get wild. Beast change.
They fly away from you, grow to the gigantic proportions, and then you all jump into their cockpits.
I do a backflip.
Yes.
Also, I don't think we introduced these on camera yet, but the animals are actually technically different animals, mostly.
Yes, that's right. When they grow, they also change their shape slightly to be more wild forms of whatever animals you have. So, starting with the red first, because she's the red. Briefly describe how your animal changes.
So
The main
I
thing
think-
is like what species they are now, because it starts as a domesticated dog, and now
Yeah, it starts as an adorable little pupper with the whole floppy ears and everything. And ears get all straight up and pointy. Its snout, like snout gets longer. It gets bigger, obviously, and tail gets longer and more like weirdly jagged, and it goes from being a domesticated dog to being like freaking direwolf.
The bigger red dog, Ruby Wolf.
All right, Rumi, you go next.
All right. My bird just become. I forgot what kind of bird it was. I'm an idiot.
Osprey.
Osprey. That's right. Thank you. Oh, I have so much stuff going on in my life. And so it flies away. It's kind of like gangly and like because it's like a teen bird when it's in a little flock. It flies away and it just like grows, like matures in an instant, and like the wings stretch out and the legs stretch out and the beak gets long. And then as the camera comes away, it's a giant ship instead of like a tiny bird. But you couldn't tell when it was transforming because it was so close. And then a wing peels around and flies right at me and jump into it.
Speed and sound pale in comparison. Topaz Osprey.
Midori, I say you go after that.
Okay, so Utachi goes from a ferret to a marten. So basically, marten are, I guess, sort of slightly more vicious. Not really. They're still adorable, but basically it just elongates a little bit, slightly longer legs, longer tail, and once it gets big, it like bares its fangs a little bit, but then it just goes back to being cute once it closes its mouth. Dagger-like claws shred their prey. Emerald Marten.
I'd say is the main difference that it has angry eyebrows now.
Yes.
That's the difference between martens and ferrets. Alright, and finally, Han. Tell us about your pig.
Yeah, so Vietnamese pot-bellied pigs are just chubby and dopey looking. They're really cute. But boars are like all muscle and like and huge. So it gets swole and like gets huge and like its tusks grow a little bit.
Beware, a violent beatdown approaches. Obsidian Boar.
And Han doesn't like jump in. He has to like climb up into it because he never does any he never shows off or does anything flashy because he doesn't know how to be a ranger yet. And he hasn't really. He's just really he's panicking. So he
Trying
just
to
like
save
Scrambling up the leg on like a little ladder or something.
yeah.
Everyone just, in whatever order you want, describe something your mech does during this fight.
Do the
Two
mechs
of you
have
fight
moves,
the owl.
or
Two
do
of you
they-
fight.
they're the same
They don't have moves. We're just doing a story beat thing. Like,
Yeah,
what does
it's
the fight
basically
look
the
like?
same as yours if you want to do heavy turns.
Okay, cool. Go on. Sorry.
I would like to go first.
Yeah,
All right.
Rumi,
so-
how does your Osprey start the fight?
So I wheel around, and the Osprey flies downwards to strike, but does not go at one of the mascot suits. It grabs Han's boar by the shoulders and lifts it in the air, and then drops it on one of the mascots.
Airdrop.
Nice. All right, that's how the fight starts. Oh god, that looks really cool in my head of the Osprey, like, coming from behind, looks like it's going at the mascots, misses them, grabs the pig, flies up, and then drops it. Really cool. Alright, who wants to do a cool thing next?
Alright.
Yeah, Midori. What does Itachi do?
Alright, so pretty much Utachi's just gonna leap on, I think, the VIS and just latch on real tight and just start biting and scratching.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have these mascots one thing. After you two move, the owl holds up one of its wings, and the VIS tosses a controller to it, and it starts using the controller like a ball and chain mace.
Oh no.
I thought I was gonna enter the Konami code, just really fuck us.
Okay, I know what I'm doing with that.
Alright.
I'm catching that controller in midair and using it as a ball and chain. Because sometimes you just have to eat a motherfucker.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's really cool actually. It
Goodbye.
swings it around, throws it at your wolf, the wolf bites it, swings around and launches the owl. All right, you've already been used as a projectile. Does your board do anything in
So
particular?
we land on what did you throw me at?
Healer.
I guess the BIS.
I would say, yeah, you threw him on top of the VIS.
Okay.
VIS is getting beat up a lot,
Yeah, so
much like it was when it was on the market.
Han land, the boar and Han land on the BIS, and the boar just starts like stomping and like goring the ground like boars do, just like ripping the parts. So we just watched a really gory Sentai show last night. So yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like literally like digging in and tearing out machinery and like wires and shit with his tusks, just like disemboweling this thing and like shrieking as pigs do.
Utachi just leaps off as you're doing this. This ain't safe.
All right, so Formex has done something. Time for a finishing thing. So for the final scene of this fight, the owl jumps on top of the what is left of the VIS after it manages to knock the boar off. It picks up the remaining controller, puts in the Konami code,
No.
and then opens its mouth. You can see energy building up in it. The VIS is like sparking and looks like it's powering up, but it doesn't look like it's about to launch a beam. It looks like it's purely powering the owl.
Alright, so
So,
I'm gonna go in and
you
take
four-
care of the VIS.
You four mechs now work together to make a finishing move.
Alright, so I was just gonna take care of the power source by doing just a big version of Weasel War Dance.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start in and just leap in repeatedly, slashing as I go. And
You're
just,
leaping in and out, and all around, up and down, and all around.
yep, Duchess. And just tearing what's left of this VIS apart. Weasel War Dance. And once it goes down, I'm guessing the owl's charge just sort of dims a little bit.
Yeah, a little. It's still got a lot of energy. But yeah, I was thinking of like the four mechs, like not joining hands, but like maybe interlocking in some way to launch a beam.
Well, let's all act as one. So like this is like a team attack. So that's what.
Yeah.
So Midori starts doing the war dance. Han is going to like, I guess, do the boar's charge because that's what we do. He's gonna board charge and like knock the feet off of the owl and into the VIS, so it falls over. So Midori can like breakdance on top of him
Boar's charge.
and start.
And I
boring
have,
again.
so that leaves the osprey and the wolf.
Yeah, so I guess they try to sort of like get away. Kitsuki does her shining fang, like knock it back into the path of the Weasel War Dance.
You like
Not today.
grab the owl and the teeth,
I
fucking
punch
shake
it
the shit
right
out of it.
directly to it.
Does it tear the owl in half again?
Yes. We have bisected the bisections.
Shining Fang!
Is it doing like a, what kind of beam is it doing? Like from its eyes and its mouth?
From its mouth.
Okay, so I fly in from the back, and the claws hit it in the back of the head and just like lean it forward. So when it finally shoots the beam, it shoots down into the VAS, destroying the boat.
There you go.
That rules.
Oh god, this is really cool.
It's very clear going to destroy something and be directed to somewhere safe.
So it explodes in the school parking lot. But it's fine. The explosion doesn't reach that far. So the final shot, the four mechs gathered in front of the school, like the osprey is perched on top of the roof, stuff like that.
Yeah, the boar is like posing in the rubble, like with its tail up, looking real proud and smug.
Mm-hmm.
The Martin just like slides in. Sort of like a spinning slide, you know?
Yeah.
You know, we should
Just
like
faces.
leave and not get out of these things here, maybe.
Well, I realized something. I have a quick post scene that I need to do because I have an idea. Because we gotta do this. We gotta do this trope. We gotta do this trope. This trope is important.
All right. So yeah, your robots can just go wherever. You can dismount safely wherever you want. But Han, do whatever you want to do.
All right. So while he's in the suit, Alex doesn't know it's Han. So as long as Han's in the suit, Alex will never know the secret behind the person behind the suit. So Han will rush in and make sure that Alex is okay and like help him up and brush him off and like be like do the silent nod as his hands on his shoulders.
You give him a thumbs up.
Yes, and then
I hear that Han guy's pretty sexy.
I hear that Han guy. It's really hot. No, say no words.
You're not confident in your ability to disguise your voice.
I'm sure the voice is like more synthesized or something from in the suit, but he doesn't realize that yet.
I mean, it sounds like you're inside of a helmet.
Yeah. I mean, in the shows, the suit actor speaks in the same voice, and nobody ever catches on.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't really care about secret identity stuff.
I'm doing secret identity stuff. Shut up. It's the only way Han can.
No,
be
I
nice.
mean, I meant the quote-unquote plot hole stuff doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'm gonna say that'll be the final shot of this episode, is Han giving a thumbs up to Alex.
It's a busy day at the mall as the Pet Spy gang has to deal with unruly college students. But there's a new face hidden amongst this crowd, and he's determined to poach the artificials.
He runs his fingers through his feathered cravat. Says, "Do you see these feathers? These used to be on an osprey, much like that one." And he points to your osprey, Rumi.
But he's not the only enemy hiding in plain sight. A new venue brings a new mascot that must be defeated.
Starts like grabbing parts, like, "Look at the material on this flipper. Look at this beak. None of you can understand the amount of effort that went into this."
I mean, I've talked to a few people who do like cosplay stuff. Next time on Domestic Sentai PetRanger, a terrible new foe.
Inappropriate behavior towards other players. Banned.
All right.
Stay safe
we
out
don't
there
have
and
to do the round
continue doing
table.
good.
What
Yeah.
did we learn? If we don't want to.
Well, everyone, Han really bullied my cousin Raj. But bullying, it's not cool. You really, if you're getting bullied, you really should go to one of your teachers or your friend. Just do something to...
Or buy a knife.
Yeah. Don't buy a knife. Don't make things worse. But remember, when someone says just ignore them, that shit don't work.
Mhm.
Yeah, so punch your bullies instead.
That's true. That's what worked for me.
That's a dish best served cold.
Fight them! Fight them!
I love this idea of like Ruby is giving a presentation at like an auditorium or something, and then Midori and Han come on either side of her, like, fuck him up! Kick his ass! And I don't want to speak for your character, Alice, but I imagine every time one of those two say something, Kitsugi's like, yeah! You tell him! Alright, that's our moral. If you're being bullied, speak up, or take matters into your own hands.
Indeed.